Welcome, everyone, to the OPBRA Islamorada Budweiser 100, coming to you from beautiful Islamorada down here in the Florida Keys. Hi, I'm Vince Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame Video Production crew. This is the final Gold Cup Series race for the OPBRA and the final APBA race before the World Championships in Cape Coral during Thanksgiving week. Of course, the national champions have already been decided, and they are in the Super In Excess, Kid Apache and Scarab Thunder. In the Open, Recovery, followed by Spirit of Numancia and Endangered Species. In Modified, Agitator, Flying Tiger, and Airborne. In Pro Outboard, we've got Spirit of Houston, Slick 50, and Steel Lightning. In Offshore C, Harris, Ocean Outboard, and Special Edition. Offshore B, Power Play, Rock Solid, and CF Express. In Stock Outboard, Mobile One is the champion, followed by Thin Ice and Chiller. Offshore A, Frank's Marine, Fountain, and Scott Free. And those are your national champions for the APBA. This is the 10th anniversary of the Islamorada Budweiser 100, and we thought it'd be a great idea to take a look back at some of the great competitors of this race. There's one of them, Red Cloud, a 41-foot Apache. Red Cloud has had many great races here in years past, especially with Danger Zone right there. Danger Zone has won 12 previous races in the Southeast Division. Danger Zone is owned by Mr. Carlos Capilla. Many great battles between Danger Zone and Red Cloud. There's Wild Coyote, owned by Mr. Peter Hidalgo. Agitator, of course, is still racing and is your current national champion. And there's Enterprise. Fish Peddler. And once again, Danger Zone here at the Islamorada Budweiser 100. 10th anniversary, a look back at some of the great competitors, some of the great racing that's gone on here in years past. In today's race, as we mentioned before, this is the final race in the Gold Cup Series for the OPBRA. We have 46 boats entered in the modified production, stock, offshore A, B, and C. Race headquarters for this race is the beautiful Holiday Isle Resort. Owner Joe Roth has done a wonderful job getting everything ready for the racing officials and racing teams. He's been doing this ever since this event began. And the Holiday Isle is also, by the way, in addition to being the race headquarters, it is providing its guest docks for the wet pits. The dry pits are at the Harbor Lights Motel north of Holiday Isle. The contestants in this Islamorada Budweiser 100 include, in the modified Airborne, TNT Lip Ship Special, Endangered Species, Phantom Offshore, in Pro Outboard, Patriot, Melons, and Club One. Offshore C, Glamour Boys, Pantera Racing, Ramada Inn, Blackjack, Change Order, Ocean Outboard, Simply Red, and Team Power Play. In Offshore B, Power Play, Speed by Design, Team Thunder Marine, Too Intense, Tsunami, Pittman Photo Express, Triton, Imagine That, Team Cigarette, and Bimini Boys. In the stock outboard, we have Mobile One, Team Florida, Courageous Cat, Slingshot, Conch Attack, Bad Intentions, and Team Bermuda. In Offshore A, Frank's Marine, No Fear, Team Hog's Breath, Scott Free Racing, Twister, Off Limits, Scott Free, Team Overdraft. In the local, Super Tech, Swedish Hawk, Chill Out, Paralyps, Raise Cash, and Pantera. And those are your contestants for this 1993 Islamorada Budweiser 100. Great competition in store. Now, as we said, this is the final Gold Cup Series race of the year for the OPBRA. And right now, here are the standings in the Gold Cup Series. And, of course, these boats will be trying to maneuver and move up. In Pro Outboard, we've got Patriot, followed by the Forge, and In It to Win. In stock, Mobile One, Courageous Cat, and Team Florida. In the modified, Airborne's in first place, followed by Endangered Species. Offshore C and First Ocean Outboard, Change Order in second, and Ramada Offshore in third. In Offshore B, Power Play Racing, followed by Pittman Photo and Imagine That. In Offshore A, Frank's Marine, followed by Scott Free and Plum Loco. Those are your Gold Cup Series leaders for 1993. Well, as you can see, the weather is a little on the gloomy side out there on race morning. Drizzling rain, and the weatherman says we're going to have this sort of thing for the rest of the day. Now, racing officials have given this race a go. The only way they would cancel is because of visibility, and the visibility is good out there right now. The Angel helicopters are on their way. Our freeze-frame video helicopter is on its way, so this race is a go. Many of these racing teams, of course, will be at the World Championships in Cape Coral during Thanksgiving week. And, of course, we're looking forward to that as well. As for the water conditions for this race today, they're expected to be a little bumpy, so we could see some flying today out there in the Atlantic Ocean for this Islamorada Budweiser 100. There's Change Order, throttled by Ed Weirling and driven by John Peterson today. They're both from Key West. Ramada Inn is maintained at the Calusa Island Marine. Some of the other competitors in C-Class include Glamour Boys, Pantera Racing, and Blackjack. Tsunami from Canada. Imagine that from St. Petersburg. Speed by Design from the Empire State, New York State. Scott from Intense Marine has brought a number of boats with him. They include No Fear, Too Intense, Bad Intentions, and Off Limits. Soon we'll be airborne over the Holiday Isle Resort, owned by Mr. Joe Roth, which of course is the racing headquarters for this 10th annual Islamorada Budweiser 100. Well, as you can see now, we're airborne over the Holiday Isle Resort here in Islamorada. Really a terrific place to stay. A lot of things to do. Of course, there's quick and casual dining for fine food. Has an excellent view. There's dancing and in the Santa Kokomo Beach. Sipping a cocktail in the heart of the action. You can do that at the Tiki Bar or enjoy the tropical treehouse atmosphere of Rum Runners Island Bar. Of course, there's shopping, boating, fishing, diving, and a whole lot more here at the Holiday Isle in Islamorada. And the Holiday Isle, once again, is the racing headquarters for this Islamorada Budweiser 100. Joe Roth has been doing this for a long time, ever since this event started, so he's got a lot of experience, and he's done a great job. Special thanks to Mr. Joe Roth of Holiday Isle. As you can see now, we're heading out to the milling area, and as far as the laps are concerned, on the mileage in the local 1 and 2 races, we go 2 laps for a total of 30 miles, and the stock outboard and offshore A, 5 laps for a total of 75 miles, and the pro outboard modified offshore B and C, 6 laps for a total of 90 miles. Those are the laps and mileage for this Islamorada Budweiser 100. Okay, as you can see, we're in the milling area now. The milling area is located east of Hens and Chickens Light. And as we said earlier, this morning, on race morning, it was raining. Well, the rain has stopped. Visibility has improved. And as you can see, this race is a go. The only way that racing officials would fly, and the visibility was poor. It is not. Everything is a go. As you can see, this race is just about $100, and we're set for some very competitive racing today. There's Team Pantera. Team Pantera is maintained by Intense Marine. There's some more boats in the milling area. Out there is Endangered Species with Alan Steele aboard. Mellons in the highly competitive P-Class. Chill Out in the local class. Chill Out. Patriot. Mike Belgium, of course, the crew chief, is aboard our freeze-frame video helicopter, Patriot. Boat's getting ready, milling around. There's Powerlips. Powerlips. And aboard the Pace Boat Rum Runners is Mr. Joe Roth and his lovely wife. Joe Roth aboard the Pace Boat Rum Runner B-17. Giving a wave. B-21, too intense. As we said, the rain has pretty much stopped. The waters are a little bumpy, so we could see some flying out there today. As you see the boats rocking around there, the waves are a little on the rough side. There's the orange smoke. Signaling that we are just a few moments away from the beginning of this Islamorada Budweiser 100. Another look at the milling area with many of the racing team getting ready. We'd like to tell you that today we'll be going with the first start, which will include the M, the Pro Stock, and C class. They'll be going 6 laps for a total of 90 miles. In the modified, we have 4 boats. In the P class, we have 3, and in the C, we have 8 boats. Very highly competitive C class today. Some of those C boats include Ramada Inn, Team Power Play, Ocean Outboard, Change Order, and Simply Red. Also, Glamour Boys and Blackjack. Highly competitive C class. So we're just a few moments away now from the beginning of this race. Now, as we look forward, we see Team Power Play, Glamour Boys, Blackjack, Club 1, Melons, Patriot, and Ramada Inn. Boats are lining up now, getting ready for this race. And now, we've got the green flag now. We've got the green flag for the 10th annual Holiday Isle Islamorada Budweiser 100. This race is underway. There's Team Power Play, Club 1, Patriot, and Ramada Inn here in the early moments of this race. There's Airborne on the east side now, taking the immediate lead. Now, as we look back, we see Glamour Boys. At the top of the pack, there is Team Power Play, Club 1, Patriot, and Ramada Inn on the outside. Of course, we have 2 boats here in P class. We've got Club B class, we've got Club 1 and Patriot. In C class, it's Power Play and Ramada Inn here at the top of the pack in the early moments of this Islamorada Budweiser 100. We've got Airborne in M class right now, taking the overall lead here in these early moments of this race. Power Play is a 33-foot Power Play powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Driver John Lombardi of Fort Lauderdale. At the throttle, Ed Thornton, also from Fort Lauderdale. As we look back, there's Blackjack. And now, of course, here's Power Play with Club 1 and Patriot and Ramada Inn on the outside. Patriot a little bit of an edge over Club 1. Also on the outside, Phantom Offshore now in the picture. Highly competitive start here in the early moments of this 1993 Islamorada Budweiser 100. A little confusion here in the early moments of this race. Some of the boats are altering their course somewhat, somewhat scattering. And that's why we see some of the boats going perhaps in a different direction. Hopefully they'll be able to straighten this out here and continue on the right course of this Islamorada Budweiser 100. We see now that TNT Lip Ship Special has also come in with the leaders. There's Club 1, Blackjack, and Melons on the outside. At the top of the pack, P117 Club 1, a 32-foot skater powered by 3 2.5 EFIs. Owner-driver Carlos Atwiar from Miami, Florida. At the throttle, Michael Benitez from Hialeah, Florida. Club 1 is the South Beach's hottest club, and Club 1 is rigged and maintained by Scott of Intense Marine from North Miami Beach. You're looking at Club 1 P117. You may have seen just a short while ago that there was some confusion at the beginning of this race. Well, all the boats have straightened out, and they are all right on course. Water somewhat bumpy, making it for a highly competitive racing today. You're looking at P117, Club 1, currently in 3rd place in the Gold Cup class. We've got Patriot, and the Forge is 2nd. The Forge is not racing today, so Club 1 has a chance to move into 2nd place in P class in the Gold Cup Series. You're looking at P117, Club 1. Some of the other competitors in P class along with Club 1 include Patriot and Mellons. And as we said, Patriot is in first place in the Gold Cup Series. There's Airborne on the far outside. Let's look at that again in slow motion. Here's an instant replay of Club 1 making its way through these bumpy waters. Some of the other competition in modified along with Airborne is TNT Lip Ship Special, Phantom Offshore, and Endangered Species. Club 1 doing an excellent job here at this 10th annual Islamorada Budweiser 100. We at Freeze Frame Video look forward to seeing the Club 1 racing team at the World Championships during Thanksgiving week. As we look forward now, we see Patriot on the left and Airborne on the right side. They're a little bit ahead of Patriot. Patriot, of course, is leading right now in P class. P7, Patriot is a 35-foot motion powered by three 2.5 EFIs. Aboard Patriot, we have